Hi everybody, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are in the Scarborough area of Toronto. We're looking at this 2009 Jeep Patriot. It's got 111,000 kilometers on it, light gold in color. Overall pretty good shape. There is a small accident in the history, and there was a repair to this quarter panel. That's the passenger side rear quarter panel. Looks like it was repainted. Tailgate was not touched, doesn't look like, no repaint or anything like that. This rear bumper was repainted. You can tell, number one, by the paint that is bubbling off, so adhesion was not done correctly. So this bumper was probably replaced and then painted quickly. You can see where it's cracking and stuff like that. It's no damage to the plastic, it's just the paint peeling off. There is a little bit of rough starting in some places. For example, here in the quarter panel here, there is some under the wheel arch of this right rear quarter panel as well. You see better photos. So there is some little bits of rust starting. There's one on the roof as well, right there. Other than that though, the exterior looks to be in good shape. It presents well. I don't see any major dents or issues like that. All looks pretty decent. Taillights look good, headlights look good. So we have no major issues there. All the windows are original Mopar windows. So nothing that you see has been replaced or any issues like that. There's a verified VIN, an original Mopar windshield with no cracks or anything like that in it. The front fascia looks good as well. A couple little tiny rub marks here and there, but nothing too crazy and nothing to show any major damage or anything like that. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Looks like a pretty original truck. Another little bit of damage there. Again, just a bunch of little tiny scratch kind of things. Little nick of rust there. Some of these nicks of rust, I would suggest maybe touching them up, try to slow them down. But for the most part, they look okay. While we're here, we're going to look at brakes, tires, and undercarriage. This is the passenger side front tire. It is a matching to the rest of the car 2017 to the rest of the tires. They are all matching 10-30 seconds of tread. So they have very little to not much mileage on them. It looks pretty good. Treads look nice. No major issues. Front brakes do have a good amount of rust scale on them from sitting. So they might be a little softer than you'd like from that much rust on them. There's no major, tiny bit of a lip, nothing too major. And the pads, it's hard to get a picture, but they're about 50% or so left on those pads. Again, you see some of this surface rust here and there. So it has been driven in the winter, obviously. I don't see any major structural issues with it, but there's a decent amount of it throughout the vehicle. So some of these things are not a problem now, but at the point they are at, they will progress quickly. Within a few years, you might have some rust issues in some of these areas. Possibly if you do a oil coat underneath, it would preserve it for a while longer. But as I said, for now, it is not a major issue. Rear right tire is again a matching 2017. There's the date code. There we go. There's the date code right there with 10-30 seconds of tread. So it is a matching pretty new tire. Rear brakes are drum brakes. So we will see if they make any noise or anything like that when we drive it. Again, they do have decent amount of surface rust on rear suspension components. I don't see any structural issues, but the scale and rust is there. This side as well. It is equipped with a trailer hitch, which also has a little bit of rust on it. So it's definitely in a salty, snowy environment. Again, I don't see any major structural issues though. This is the passenger right tire, and it is again a matching Kumo with about 10-30 seconds of tread on it, and they look nice and even. Undercarriage looks pretty good. Well, it looks equal with the rest. Some surface rust here and there, as you can see. Just like the rest of the vehicle, there is surface rust around it, but no major structural issues. Sorry for the phone ring in the background. It'll stop in a minute. There we go. Last tire, again, is a matching Kumo 2017. About 10-30 seconds of tread with no issues. We do see that surface rust theme continuing in this wheel well. Front suspension components all look pretty good. I don't see any signs of issue. Boots look good. No major damage or anything like that. And that goes for both sides. I don't think I showed this side. There we go. So we'll take a quick look at the interior. We find it is in pretty decent shape. No major issues, anything like that. There are original floor mats in the back here, which all seem to be in good condition, not ripped or torn or anything like that. Carpet under here looks pretty good. And here is the spare tire under here. There is a hitch here and the roadside kit and the tire all present and accounted for. In this bag here is the original owner's manual in this little bag. This is all present, good to have. A little bit of damage on the plastic here. Looks like somebody kind of poked through it. Well, that's actually not damage, that's some kind of a hook thing, sorry. Just a little gouge here, but that is some kind of hook. Headliner looks good, no signs of issue. A couple little marks here and there, nothing too major though. Tailgate doesn't have any rust or issues like that. It all looks pretty nice. Head on to the back seat. Door panel looks pretty nice, no damage or anything like that. There is a little bit of rust starting in these seams here. So again, that shows a little bit of just progressive rust. Just what happens with some of these Chrysler cars. Back seats look nice. Probably not too much use. And the fold down function does work as it should. So they are good to go. Carpets look nice back here. Center console, everything looks pretty good. Like I said, probably not too much use back here. It doesn't look like it. Passenger front. Door panel looks pretty good. I don't see any damage or anything weird like that. And there is no rust issues in this door. All looks pretty clean. Along with the passenger seat, that also looks nice and clean as well. No major stains or rips or anything like that. Carpet looks nice under here as well. Dashboard, I see no issues. Everything works. Nothing's broken. All seems pretty good. Go to the driver's side. Door panel looks pretty nice. No signs of issue. This door has a little bit of surface rust starting in that seam as well. Interior wise though, it looks good. Seat looks nice. No signs of problems. Carpeting looks good under here. A little bit of stainage on there. Driver's seat also looks pretty good. Not too much wear. Nothing broken or anything like that. All looks pretty decent. There is again a little bit of rust on this seam. The bottom there. But the seats, everything like that look pretty good. A little bit of stain there. Not too much though. Barely noticeable. Seat belts and everything throughout the vehicle also look pretty good. Steering wheel looks good. No signs of issue, no ripping, anything like that. Dashboard also looks nice. Everything looks pretty good. Radio works. It's the key. So we do see all that stuff is good. The air conditioning is also on and blowing cold, and the heat works as well. So all that works good. There's a little VIN verification while we're here. Oh, not there. There we go. 111,961. Ran diagnostics. I see no codes or anything like that present, so we are good there. We're going to look under the hood real quick. Second. Okay, so here we are under the hood. Engine seems to be pretty clean. I don't see any major leaks or anything like that. Belts look good. And here, they don't look old and dry rotten or anything like that. Everything looks to be original, but it is still in pretty good shape. Hoses all look good. There is some surface rust in different places throughout that we are seeing. This black paint is probably covering up some of that, so it looks a little better. And some scale here and there. But again, I see no leaks or signs of mechanical concern. We tested your oil, which is here. It looks nice and clean. We got a green light in that analysis, so we have no signs of issue or anything like that. Coolant, I could not test the coolant. It is a little low. So my tester could not reach in there, so that should be topped up. But again, I see no leakage or cause for concern. It just probably has never been topped up. Battery, which is under here. You remove these, and then the battery's down there. It looks pretty good. It is not an original battery, so it has been replaced, but it's good. We're sitting at about 13 volts, and it's charging at 14.8. So we have no issues there. Charging system is working as it should. Brake fluid looks pretty good. Looks clean enough. And we are at 1%, 0% humidity, so we are all good there. Seems to run nice and smooth. Fluids check out. Power steering looks pretty good. Again, I see no major leaks or anything like that. Only thing is a little bit of surface rust issue kind of throughout the vehicle, but for the most part, it looks to be in pretty good shape. So there we have it. 2009 Jeep Patriot. Once again, this is AJ with Car Inspected. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.